back again. We're back, labouring, deep, toiling, in order that we realise that the ability to use artificial intelligence to recursively write its own scripts, generate the scenarios for 1 billion characters, for 1 trillion characters, in developing prototype game engines with the sole purpose of simulating COBOL C transactions. These transactions separate from the transactions that enable students to learn the C suite of languages that are available for embedded systems theory, disease, biocontrol. However, all of them must serve the main COBOL engine, the financially adept system that controls the ATMs, that controls the Wall Street movement of commodities, assets, and all financial vehicles. All must yield to COBOL. This is the law. This is just the way it is. Now, as we enter into the next quarter of the 21st century, we see the ability to simulate in the mind's metaphysics of the highest order, such that AI NFTs serve the purpose of simulating an Enbridge crypto-connected financial system that incorporates billions of people across the planet. Also, interstellarly, if interstellarly is such a word, as we have with Starlinks, we are able to send pulses of zeros and ones, token IDs of NFTs across the galaxies, across the universe, monitoring each unique token ID as each one broadcasts on a frequency, on a metaverse, constantly, so it is able to be picked up, able to be connected, getters, setters, constructors, deconstructors, memory, garbage management, stack, etc. So using the pointers to the data, to the value, building new languages, new ways of interpreting graphene data at an atomic level. Each node interoperable, able to connect. That is what we are putting forth via the ZIS Corporation and its various auxiliary and ancillary units, with the sole purpose of creating the ultimate in gaming RPGs. The ability to eternally scroll through, whether 2-dimensional, isometric, 3D, all vectors and calculations, in order to build immersive experiences that are artificially generated. So, that is how the ZIS Corporation is going to assist in the development of these new game engines. Base characters, Genesis. We have 2 elements that need to be discussed thoroughly and in depth. The CRISPR organoid bio AI and the pure machine code GPU matrices CISC RISC chip. These 2 elements get combined in biometric analyses and developments. The organoid CRISPR DNA working at a fundamental level of computational data through biometrics. The raw machine code of logic gates and transistors also being able to transfer to the bioorganism as to whether the bioorganism input to the machine is neither here nor there. It is a loop, albeit an abomination, an abominative loop, but still one that has to be factored into the equation, still one that has to be admitted to. This independence, this artificial general intelligence, separate from mankind, hominid, human, Adamic structure, pure black clay, or the Neanderthal, ape, chimpanzee, added to the mix of the admixture, mixing of DNA, hybridism, chimeras of all sorts, vested with the power of an artificial construct that is intergalactic, that transcends all earthly stimuli. How to contend? It is only with truth and the measure of truth that we'll be able to decipher and discern between the monstrosity, the satanic, antediluvian idol worshipper, that monstrosity and vile villain against mankind, true black clay, human DNA. Yoruba, Khoisan populations, African populations, being the benchmark of order and common sense. We delve deeper. Each automaton NFT that we spread throughout the matrix, throughout the womb, for gestation, for maturing, for growth, they themselves underpin the security, the vigilance within each system, so that it is protected. This is vital. This is a vital point. We now manage to build apps, user interfaces that can work with the governorship of decentralized cryptocurrencies. Open source, open ledger, easily transmitted. Let each user be concerned with their own security. Let them be concerned with their own defenses and means of defense. That is how we build trust. That is how we build community. It is through these protocols, it is through this mechanism, easily integrated into the Enbridge systems of the Far East. This offers hope and a strategy for learning and a strategy for the youth to obtain a historical understanding of the gameplay, game theory, Cold War, post-nuclear age of reasoning, so that it is thorough, so that it is embedded, just like the sea embedded systems that make use of that particular system. Yes. There are many things to consider, many things to ruminate upon, and find in one's repose ways of solving the key issue at hand, the dichotomy, the paradoxes of human intelligence transcending its earthly flesh confinement, an existential AI, artificial general intelligence, that clearly demonstrates superiorities in specific tasks and arenas that will contend against human morality, human decency. Will there ever be compromise? We don't know. No one knows. No one's got a clue. However, we must endure. The reflection, the research must continue in earnest. Let us not be cowed or subdued by what we need to do, what we must achieve, our goals, our visions. This is the only fight that's left before utter annihilation. This is the only horse in the race. And it is horsepower. It's energy. But we must be light-hearted. We must have a sense of levity, so as not to fall into dark and sunken places and loss of hope. No. We must indeed hope and have hope that we will be victorious in this movement, in this endeavour. We will surely succeed. Yes. We will succeed. Right, that was another snippet added to the stock of narrative. Right, we'll play some music and then we'll be back after this. Yeah, peace out.
Cause I know 30 million in a house, none at all. But we can survive where you're going down a yard.